Yeah,
Yes. The things changing are too fast. We gotta do those things just to make sure
yeah,
everybody understands what's going on.
true. So how's everything going, Stanislav? I know, I mean it's kind of yeah, like hectic.
Yes, a lot of panic on the
Mhm.
field. Yes, a lot of our Indian clients were what a roller coaster over the weekend. I mean,
Yeah, on a Friday evening. We didn't expect this.
yeah, so we had to rewrite the content for YouTube and Instagram for 3 times because things were changing as the weekend was unrolling, and the our Indian clients, which we have a lot, are
Yeah.
calling and texting and emailing like, oh my god, and and
Must be a
finally
busy weekend.
busy weekend, but ultimately it was all kind of in vain. Like
Uh-huh.
nothing really happened for the existing H-1B holders yet.
Yeah.
But we can see where all this going, right?
Yeah, true.
How aggressive the Trump administration is,
Mhm.
and all these things. So yeah, that's what we want to address today.
Yeah. So we'll go like session by session as we did it earlier as well. So let's start with, like explaining people what exactly is H1B and what is the new rule and how it is going to impact, and are students safe, are, like who are affected and who is not. And later we'll add three of our audience, to talk to you. They can
Yes,
ask
yes.
questions. Yeah.
Okay, so in short, what is H-1B visa? H-1B visa is the non-immigrant work visa in the US. It allows us 3 years, an additional 3 years to work for American company, live
Mhm.
here, and get paid in the US. And it's a dual intent visa, meaning that we don't have to prove that we will get back home, which is great. So it's less risky to get it through the embassy. The requirements for this visa is to have an employer in the US, fluent
Mhm.
English, education, proper education, because not all educations fit in this visa, and
Mhm.
most importantly, to win a lottery in March of every year. And there are about 80,000, 85,000 visas allocated to this category, out of which about 20,000 are for master's degree, and the rest for bachelor's degree. So what happened on Friday? That Trump signed the executive order where they clearly
Yeah.
mentioned either through words or in the paper that this rule applies to everybody,
Yeah.
existing holders, new holders, existing who leave the country and come back. So everybody had to pay $100,000 fee annually.
Yeah.
And that's what brought up the panic in the field. That's when the people, and you saw that, Nithya, people were leaving the airplanes in San
Yeah, they
Francisco. They
just
was like
yeah.
crazy, wild. And but next day, the backlash of the industry was so strong. And we also a part of this, adding pressure on the government. And big companies, Microsoft, Tesla, Elon Musk said, hey, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Amazon, AWS, Infosys, all these big companies that support a lot of H-1B holders, big backlash. And of course, when the Trump administration saw that, they're like, oh my God, let's explain. There was some misunderstanding. So they explained that actually this new rule applies only to the new
Mhm.
applicants who will be filing next March or participating next March in the lottery of H-1B.
Mhm.
But because this $100,000 fee, which they changed from annual to one-time fee,
Mhm.
is still there, and the average salary for H-1B holders is between 80,000 to maybe 120,
Yeah.
130 in that range. So making that 100,000 fee to pay to the government makes those visas less attractive to these big companies. And why? Because if you think, okay, 6 years, $100,000 divided by six, it's like what, like 18, 17,000 a year extra that the company has to pay. But there's no guarantee that this employee will stay with the company. So they may pay, but they may leave. So now this visa is much less attractive. And a lot of companies will not sponsor just fresh out of school from OPT, CPT students on this visa, because the expense on this is not worth the outcome. So the question now becomes, and I saw already people, hey, I'm on J1, I'm on F1, I'm on OPT, what we do next? Because we wanted to get the H-1B. So guys, first of all, do not panic. Okay, because we got you. We got the solution for you. Yes, your companies will not probably sponsor you for H1, for the lottery, which you have to win to proceed. But we still have O1 visa, which always has been the best alternative to H1B. And let's take a look. You guys have employers who are willing to sign the petitions for you, but they're not willing to pay $100,000. We have education and at least one, sometimes 3 or maybe more years of experience coming from India here to the US, plus OPT or CPT. Yeah. We worked in good companies. We got good, decent salaries. We worked on good projects through those companies. So right off the bat, we have 2, 3, sometimes 4 criteria satisfied for O1 visa. So this is the best way for you to go through this process and still stay in the US and work for those big companies. Yeah. So this is one good thing. This is the first thing. The second thing, by doing that, guys, by doing O1 visa, you create the foundation for the future EB1A. Because EB1A is basically the only viable option for Indians to get a green card, unless you guys have $1 million, which I doubt, and maybe someone has, but not willing to spend it, right? So EB1A is the only viable option for us to stay. So by getting that O1, working on that case for 6 months with my team, improving the case, getting it to be like a diamond shining in the sky, we creating the foundation for the future EB1A. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And now the question becomes, hey, Stanislav, when do I start preparing for my O1 case? Because I'm here, I'm there, I'm on this visa, I'm that visa. Well, not later than 6 months before your current status expires. Yeah. Okay. So that's the bottom line. Of course, it's possible to do faster, but a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of force, and probably no money as well. So the smart move is to know in advance what needs to be done. And that could be done through free evaluation. Nithya, tell.
Yeah, and also, if you guys want to see if you are eligible for O1 visa or EB1A, the link is in bio. You just go to my bio and click on the link. You fill out all your details and see if you are eligible or not. And also sometimes, even if you are not eligible, you can build up your profile by seeing your eligibility. Correct. So yes. It's a free evaluation. So yeah.
Yes, guys. So go in the bio of Nithya and fill out the questionnaire. Submit it to me. Within 2 days, I will give you the breakdown of your case. And I also saw the questions. I'm looking at the chat from time to time. What's the acceptance rate of O1 visa? And I guess what it's meant, what's the approval rate? In the industry, it's about 70 to 80%, pretty high in general. In my company, and I don't know how this person knows, 99%, hey, 9999 says 99%. So yes, he's correct, or she's correct. So in other words, if I take up your case, you guys are going to be approved.
That's good to hear. Yeah. And also, Stanislav, so who are the people who got affected by these recent changes and who are not,
So initially, the way that they want that law to apply to the H-1Bs was that they just wanted to grab free money, basically, right? So I don't know if they talk to attorneys, because it almost feels like something really wild 1 second decision. Because remember, the new director of USCIS, Nithya, what she
Yeah.
said recently, oh, we're going to make a reform and we're going to make it, instead of a lottery, like more of an auction where the best company is giving the best seller. That was the last news before this. Then
Yeah.
suddenly on Friday night, like as if they were sitting at the bar and, I don't know, having some whiskey or whatever, and they're like, hey, let's do this. And didn't talk to no attorneys, to no one, to the industry, just did
Yeah.
that. Then they realized how crazy that was, to apply to everyone, even existing people, right? So like that would be insane,
Yeah.
because most of these people would be laid off, right? And
Companies
it's
will
just
lose money and eventually the economy will fall down.
exactly, like the tech companies are the ones that move this country, right? With
Yeah.
technology, with innovation, with all this new stuff. And a lot of people there on H-1Bs, by conservative count, it's about 800,000 people in the country on H-1B visas.
Mhm.
Because if you take every year and renewals and priority, and there's a lot. So imagine like almost a million workers in the tech, maybe not all of them. It's crazy. So
Yeah, true.
right now, coming back to your question, original, only new applicants starting 2026 March with new selection, the new lottery.
Wage-based selection. Yeah.
Those will be affected by this rule, unless it's revoked, or maybe it's the court revokes it or something like this. So as we
Yeah.
stand right now, that's what happens. The law is for 1 year,
Mhm.
so it's up until September 2026, and unless it's extended, it will expire. So we don't really know if this law stands the legal battle, or unless it's withdrawn, will they extend it after September of 2026? But knowing how crazy this administration is,
Yeah.
you can expect anything.
Yeah. Another one more thing, Stanislav. So, what about the F1 students who are, currently on OPT or STEM OPT, or who are just studying right now? Will they be also affected by this if they are in
Of course.
USA?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone
Okay.
right who is right now in the U.S., who is from India, who is from China, Philippines, all those countries that are the biggest on the H-1B visa, all of them affected who did not get selected prior to this time.
Got it.
So if you're on F1, if you're on J1, if you're on M1, if you're on OPT, if you're STEM OPT, CPT, all of you guys affected now, unless your employers are willing to pay that fee to the government to put you through this process, which
No,
I don't
no
know.
one, no one will do that.
No one will do this unless
Yeah.
it's those are top executive positions, because I have clients from India that work on Walmart and Amazon, the top executive C-level people, like their salary is like $500,000, $700,000. Of course, those will pay. Those will take care of that. But regular professionals, the young professionals, no one
Mhm.
can do this.
Another,
So yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. One more question. So, if someone H-1B got picked this year and the petition is pending, the
Yes.
change of status is happening here, will they
Yes.
be affected? So
No.
what? Okay,
No.
got it. So what if they go for a stamping later, next year and get their stamped H-1B?
Yes, even if the process extends to the next year, and later maybe someone gets an administrative hold or things like that, that's not going to change, because all approvals. And by the way, it's good you're asking these questions, Niti, because it's funny. The way they explain how this new executive order works is through USCIS memorandum.
Yeah.
So follow me really closely, right?
Mhm.
So USCIS is the sub-agency of DHS, the
Mhm.
Department of Homeland Security, right?
Yeah.
So USCIS explained how this new law works, but the new law addresses not USCIS per se, but rather CBP, Customer Border Protection. So they tell them, hey, you guys are in charge of making sure those fees are paid, and executive order does not really specify if it's current renewals, the new ones.
Yeah.
So, and CBP is a separate federal agency that does not follow what USCIS says. So this is crazy. We have executive order from a president that directs CBP to enforce. We have USCIS saying, hey, it's not like you thought this is the way it is, but CBP
Yeah.
has no business in that. They can interpret the law the way they want. And the law in itself does not say whether the current or only new people are affected. It's only the explanation, verbal explanation.
Yeah.
Or USCIS, which has no power over CBP, who makes people come into the country. Crazy wild times, Nithya. We
Yeah, I
live
mean
in.
it's like insane structure. There's no proper
Yeah.
structure, and there's no proper rules or like a FAQ or something like that. So
Yes.
yeah, I
Correct.
mean it's dangerous to be on H-1B or on other visas right now. Yeah,
Yes, but I'm pretty sure CBP is going to let people in without demanding those, because if they do otherwise, it's going to be another backlash and craziness. So
true.
although they don't have to do this,
Yeah,
maybe they do it selectively, but still, like, okay, we're not gonna disturb this too much. So I'm sure that people who coming back on H-1Bs are pretty safe.
hmm
I would not advise to travel within the next maybe a few weeks for sure, maybe a couple of
hmm
months, just to see how those things settle,
yeah.
unless you definitely have to go, something bad happened. I would just wait, just go low
Mhm.
profile and wait. But the new people, you guys need to understand what needs to be done for the purpose of O1 visa. That's your only way to stay
Definitely.
in the US without going back to school.
True. And also, Stanislav, one more question. So, under current situations, let's say an OPT or F1 student or STEM OPT student who went to their home country for a vacation and all, under current situations, is it safe to travel? Like travel back, or if someone is planning to go to India or some other country in the coming months, is it
Yes.
safe to travel? I know they are not affected by the H-1B, but yeah, just to make sure.
Yes. Well, so uh, historically, when my clients ask me this question, and they always ask this question, regardless of the visa, I would always say, and regardless who was the president, Obama, Trump,
Bye.
Biden, whoever, I would always say, unless you really have to, don't do it. Okay,
Yeah.
especially like on advanced parole. If visa is more safe, I believe. Advanced parole is less safe, but the clients always travel. The clients don't never listen. They travel, and
Yeah.
in my history, no one ever was denied the entry to the US who had the proper documentation.
Yeah.
But I know cases like that. Right now, I believe it's still pretty safe in general to travel. I don't hear from my clients for sure, but from the industry that some crazy things happen at the border. Although sometimes some exceptional things can happen, but overall it's pretty safe. So if you guys plan something and you're on a student visa, which one that is, you're pretty safe to travel.
Awesome. Yeah. So, what about the alternative plan? So, if someone wants to plan for an alternative plan under current situations,
Yes.
so what do you say to them?
So first thing,
They
my
want to
biggest
start an
recommendation.
O1 visa. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So even before that, guys, I need you to go back into your past. And of course, each situation is different. Everybody's on a different level. Especially if you had work experience before you went to school in the US, get all the archives, get all the papers, remember where you worked, what you did, start maybe short descriptions of the project you worked on, and those files, those papers would be very important for our purposes when we start working on one case. That's number one. Number two, start thinking about the recommendation letters. Who will be those people from your companies, from your associations, from your school, your professors, the project you worked on. Start combining the list of people who would sign a recommendation letter for you. And number three, like you said, Nithya, the most important thing, the step without which it's not possible. Get that free evaluation, guys, in the bio of Nithya. In his account, there's a link. Click on it, fill out the questionnaire, so I could read and see the details of your case, where you stand, and I will give you the assessment of your case. Look for the word potential, guys. If you see the word potential, that means it's a green light for your O1 visa. Very important. And then within 6 months, working with my team, using our resources, PR agencies, vendors who help you to improve your resume, the team, the templates, the proposed changes, we're going to build a really strong case for you. File it and get you approved with 99% chance of approval.
Awesome. So yeah, Stanislav, let's try to add some people from the audience and see what are their questions and let them ask some questions. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, let's do the questions. Absolutely.
So guys, if you want to talk to Stanislav, you can request here. You can, yeah, I can add you to the call. I mean, like live. Let's see how it works. Okay, we got a request. I'm trying to add. I am Lokesh. Yeah. Hey,
Hey, hi guys, how are you?
Hi,
I'm
good.
good.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I have some couple of questions. Right now I'm in the initial OPT right now, okay? So, I'm going to think file like a STEM OPT in coming days. My initial OPT is going to come up and like end up in within 3 months. It will be like December 24th, something like that. So, before 60 days, I'm gonna apply my STEM OPT. So, what my future plan is for going a Woven A visa, okay? So for that, I'm actually planning to start my own company.
Yes.
Is that a good pathway or how it's gonna be? Like I'll figure it out first what I'm gonna do right now. I'm actually dealing with the one the telecom company that was like a total by Verizon. Starting a dealership with them. I'm actually going to start a 10 stores in our local area.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm actually trying to find funding from local banks like SBM, something like that. Later, I established like no paperwork's all finished, but I'm just waiting for the approval from bank. So
Yes.
once they approved, I'm ready to start a contract. Initially we are going to start like a 5 stores initially, and
Sure.
later I'm gonna figure it out like increase the stores. My target is going to like a 20 stores in our area, and also I'm gonna
That's good.
increase with that one. So, what is the possible pathway to go to O1A? Is that a good way or how it's gonna be?
Absolutely. So basically, you have two questions. Number one, is it feasible to go with O1 visa with this idea? And number two, can you do it through your own company? And the answers to both of these questions, yes, and yes. And by the way, guys, remember, even if you don't have an employer, after F1, OPT, CPT, O1 gives you the opportunity to register your own company and use it as your employer to get O1 visa for. And I've done hundreds of cases like this. So it's not like something shady. It's real, it's legal, it's possible, and it's been done many, many times. So in your case, this is absolutely plausible. What I would do is to get that free evaluation so I could see your profile. If I see we have 2, 3 criteria that we can start with and build on it, we can start immediately, and you would be able maybe around April, May 2026 start working on yourself and
Yeah,
push your business. And that would be the base for your future EB1A, because if you start growing like you say you will, like 20 stores in the area. That in itself could be already like very strong contribution in the field and a critical role, and you will make money out of this, and the press is going to write about that, and you share your experience through the academic articles, and we can help you with all those, and that would be a strong B1 case for the future.
Yeah. So I'll add one more thing. Currently, I'm working as Uplam Technologies, junior DevOps engineer over there. Currently with them. So I'm taking another thing too. My uncle is working in telecom company, and also so I actually take a lease from him legally, not in any under illegal way. So I'm doing that one too. I got interest over there, so that's why I'm figuring out.
Good, good, yes, that's good stuff.
So is that a good way to apply for first one thing is STEM OPT and then later go to go for O1A? Is that a good
I,
way or?
yes, I would still go for STEM OPT for the reason that you don't want to have the gap
Yeah.
between working on your O1 visa and not be able to work, right? So we could switch you with something else, tourist visa, but I don't see why would you miss all these days not to work, right? So let's say we start your case mid-October, because right now that's where I'm taking my cases for mid-October, and you get your STEM OPT, we start working on it, and the filing would be around April 2026. So
Okay.
by going to the STEM OPT, you still work January, February, March, and the part of the April.
Yeah.
Once we got that O1 approved, that's it. You just switch to this new company, you start working in there.
Okay. How many years am I going to get once I got approved in O1A?
So I would request initially 3 years for you, the max. And once those 3 years are over, we will be requesting extensions. And
Mm-hmm.
we have unlimited extensions on O1, not like H1. We have
Gotcha.
3 year terms unless you have priority date. And yes, and sometimes they approve for longer, maybe for 2-3 years extensions. So
Okay.
3 initial and then 1 to 3 years extensions.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that's great to know about all the information. I'll keep touch with him, Nihar. So Nithya Sekhar. I'm sorry. I didn't. I really don't know what your
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Fine.
for that.
No issues.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, one thing, guys. So we are going. I mean, we are starting a webinar like on October 6th. So it is free for all our Hustle Hive members. You can talk in detail and get to know. We are going over a full fledged O1 a visa strategy, like on a recent approval. So how Stanislav helped one of our Indian, to get his O1 visa approved. So he built a whole strategy for it, and we'll go through the entire process of it. So if you are interested, you can join our community. Yeah,
Got you.
link
Got you.
link in bio. Yeah,
Yeah, got you. Thank you, guys. I got
yeah,
a clear picture right now. Thanks for helping me here.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And all the best for your business. It's
Yeah,
really good to
man.
see people getting into business in USA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What we are gonna be do here. So, just doing the jobs. I really think so. Like that. See, in India also, I have a couple of business, so I'm not interested
awesome.
to start here.
Yeah, awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, we have like two more people waiting in the queue. Yeah,
That's
it
it.
was nice talking to you.
Nice
Yeah,
talking to
thanks,
you.
man. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
yeah. Awesome. One more guys waiting. Let's see. Um, I guess there is some issue with him joining Stanislaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
yeah, so guys, we have a webinar planned on October 6th. So you can join our Hustle Hive community. So it is free for all the community members. And as I said earlier, Stanislaw will be going through all the strategies he followed for him. So yeah, maybe you guys can get some insights from it and plan accordingly. Yeah, link in bio for to get your free evaluation for O1 and as well as to join our community. Yeah. See you guys. Thank you.
All
See you,
right. Thank
Stanislav. It
you.
was really great talking to you as always. Yeah.
Absolutely.